Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, I'm going to show you what's good and bad in the Soulforge, the team I'm using for the World Event and Underspire. Also going to take a look at the Glory Event troop as well. Let's take a look at this Fix It 5000. Oops, wrong button. Good start to the day. Adana Epic. Give magic +2 armor to the first 2 allies and a 40% chance to summon a Fix It 5000. First trait, recover 1 armor at the start of each turn is yeah. Create 3 bomb gems when I die. Okay, when you die, not very good. And reduce damage from skulls by 50% is quite decent. I suppose you can use it with Tesla. Bump up the armor. That's going to increase Tesla's power. So it's good in that way. But just a 40% chance for the summon is not that useful. But I don't know. Reduce damage from skulls by 50%. But because of the fact that it can help Tesla, I was going to give it 4 out of 10, but we'll squeeze it to a 5 out of 10. Anyway, my girlfriend, she's quite bossy, and the other day she told me to stop impersonating a flamingo, so I've had enough of it, and I had to put my foot down. Right, get the troop up to Mythic if you got the Glory. Always good to have another troop at the highest level, and I will upgrade that later. But let's jump into the Soulforge. Let's take a look at the weapons first. I'm not going to go over all the ones that are here on a regular basis. They're in my Soulforge extra video, and there'll be a link to that in the description below. But first up, we have a Fire Sword. Deal magic-based damage to the first enemy and deal triple damage if they use green mana. So particularly good against the green mana using troops. Triple damage if you use that. Fire Sword. Doomed Opus. Oh, this is a good one. Deal magic-based scatter damage with a +4 per temporary level boost, then create a mix of 6 red gems and skulls for every red enemy. Give 3 magic to all allies, and if the enemy has a doom, give 5 more. So very, very effective against a red team. That huge mix of skulls and red can charge itself up and do it again, as well as just unleash skull mayhem upon the enemy. Absolutely fantastic weapon, the Doomed Opus. The Mecha Axe. Deal magic-based damage to an enemy boosted by mech allies. Then create a mix of 6 red and blue gems for each mech ally. Create or uses yellow and brown, creates red and blue. So make sure you've got at least 1 or 2 troops in your team that are mechs that use red and or blue. Drill Shooter, kind of similar. Weapon works in the same kind of way. Does damage to an enemy boosted by Adana allies this time. Then create a mix of 6 red and yellow gems for each Adana ally. Uses blue and green, creates red and yellow, so same deal as before. Make sure you got at least a couple of Adana troops using red or yellow mana. Pistol of Adana. Remove all yellow gems. Deal magic-based damage to an enemy boosted by gems removed. If the enemy is from Adana, or if the battle is in Adana, deal double damage. So kind of the anti-Adana weapon in a way. Certainly good in certain situations, but far from essential. Just another one of those other ones which is nice and cheap to get, just 75 diamonds. Pretty good. The Engineer's Drill. Really good weapon this. Do use this one quite often. Explode magic +1 brown gems. Grant a random status effect to all mech allies, then summon a mech. So a nice explodey summony weapon there. Do love that. In a Tina team. Very, very effective indeed. On the stars, if you've got the resources, just get it. It's the best weapon in the game. Absolutely fantastic. Loads of mana. Options for cleanse or curse. Absolutely awesome stuff. Will backfire sometimes, but not that often. It'll work in your favour way more than it fails you. Let's put it that way. Shock Hammer. Choose a gem and destroy its column. Then create 6 bomb gems and deal magic-based scatter damage. So, not keen on the idea of when you create these bomb gems without any sort of explosion afterwards. If the enemy is ready to cast and they do damage, destroy gems or explode gems, they can benefit from them instead. But anyway, Rune Gorge, explode magic +1 yellow gems. Grant a random status effect to all Adana allies and summon a Adana troop. So another explodey summony weapon there. Do like them, very good. Really good if you're a newer player. And still good later on anyway, but as a newer player, did find that mana gen really good. And the summon, again, really, really useful at the same time as well. Spark Hammer. Explode a gem, give magic +1 armor to all allies, boosted by bomb gems destroyed. Bit collectible that one, not that useful, exploding just a single gem. And then give magic based armor to all allies is alright. But yeah, it's good. It'll have its place in certain teams. It's just not essential. Let's put it that way. Gear Slinger. Deal magic +2 true damage to 2 random enemies, then create 5 bomb gems. Awful lot of these creating bomb gems things going on. And Ruben McCark is here all the time, and that is it. So yeah, some cool weapons there, particularly the explodey, summony ones, and the doomed opus in particular. Right, so let's have a look at the troops then. As ever, go through these summoning stone troops, see if there's anybody there that's really good. Any goblins are really good for that extra turn. Anybody that starts empowered, like type Pioneer, transform all brown gems to red and poison a random enemy. Not too shabby. We've got here another one there. Veneratus. Start battles with full mana. Really good one this. Convert all red gems into yellow dragon gems. That can get you an awful lot of mana very, very quickly. Tuliao. She's also underrated as well. Choose a colour. Enchant all allies of that colour and give 6 mana to them. Boosted by gems of that colour. You pick a colour that's hers and she can get ready to go nearly again straight away and just do it again. Very, very good indeed. And like I say, pretty underrated. Anybody in there? So a little shifty through. There's some okay ones, definitely. Goblin Shaman. Goblin. Always get an extra turn. Always good to pick them up if you can. So yeah, not too bad. Some okay troops here today. Pretty decent. Right, let's take a look at the mythics then. Let's start from the bottom and work our way up. And first up we have Virago. Virgin Sign. Barrier and enchant all allies and gain... There's like magic times 2+1 life. So there's a decent amount of life. But the trouble is with her spell is because it's a non-damaging spell, even if she gains a lot of life, because she does no damage, she can get barrier and enchant. But with her on your team and you're the attacker, it'd be only a matter of time before she dies unless you get a load of skulls in your favour. Can be an irritant as a defence because it's just going to be annoying to kill because of that barrier and enchant and that life gain. And the traits aren't too bad. Reduce damage from spells by 25%, reduce damage from skulls by 40%, and give 4 life to all green allies when matching green gems, and she uses green herself. So defensive troop, but the barrier and that is actually quite useful in certain teams. Who do we have next? Medusa. Deal magic based true damage to an enemy boosted by stone blocks. Then convert 8 gems of one of their mana colours to stone blocks. It can be fun in a way if the other team doesn't have any way of exploding gems on the board, because you can cast her and you can get to so many stone blocks, which are then basically indestructible, that her damage goes absolutely through the roof. But it is the single target damage, which is the only sort of weak thing about her. You think being Medusa, there'd be like a way of making people look at her sort of thing to make them even more stony faced. And you should be able to do that to more than one enemy really, but hey, it is what it is. And gain 1 magic for each brown ally. She's impervious at the same time, and Stone Curse. Curse and stun a random enemy when matching 4 or more gems. So yeah, Medusa. Pretty specialist troop, but can be decent if used in the right way. Kalika. I think she's one of the ones which is actually not as bad as people make out, but it's actually right. Deal magic-based damage to 4 random enemies boosted by elemental stars. And she has a 50% chance to create an elemental star at the start of her turn, and also reduce damage from spells by 25% is good. The good thing about her is she works better in pairs with 2 or even 3 of herself, and that's when she gets really, really good. In the same way as like Tak Shaka is good with 1. She's not as good as Tak Shaka and Pharaoh Khafre, but same kind of idea. Like Tak Shaka is really good with 1, brilliant with 2, unbelievable with 3. Same with Pharaoh Khafre. She gets better and better the more of her there are in the team because of that rising star. You can get a couple of stars just appear at the start of a turn and just get charged up really, really quickly sometimes. And if she gets charged up, then she's going to start whacking out damage all over the place. Not great, but not terrible, basically. Oh, what else we got? Hattai and Scroll. Convert all green gems to lycanthropy gems and all yellow gems to doom skulls, and summon a winter wolf or warg. All beasts gain 2 life, impervious at the same time, and feral inspiration. Give 1 attack and magic to all beast allies when my turn begins. So it's actually a decent troop, that one. Using the right team, you can actually cause a heck of a lot of mayhem with that. Alright, so let's take a quick look at the legendaries then. Alrighty, let's start here. Guard Knock deals 1 true damage to all allies, then creates 7 red and 7 brown gems, boosted by Orc allies and summon an Orc troop. One of the good things about this one is all Orc allies start with 50% mana, as well as gain 3 to all skills if in the last position, which is where you want it to be. He's the nasty leader. He goes around beating his own troops. They work harder, creating loads of red and brown gems, which is the kind of colours Orcs like the most, charging themselves up and doing damage to the team once they get charged. So yeah, he's actually a very good troop indeed. Do like that one. Tinsel Tail. Remember using this in the early days of the game before he had a lot of the main other troops. So a really good troop if you don't have many of the other ones. Give all allies a form magic with a 50% chance for each of the following. Deal magic +1 damage to all enemies. Explode 8 random gems. Or give all allies magic +1 life. So yeah, good troop that, because each of those things can happen in a single turn, and when it does, it's very nice indeed. What are the traits like? Yeah, Fairy Fire is pretty good, especially when you combine it with that damage to all at the same time. Some nice legendaries here today. So Quentin Hadley, another good one. All knights start with 50% mana, as well as reduce damage from skulls by 25%. Then convert purple gems to yellow and green gems to skulls. Then deal magic +2 damage to 2 random enemies. So yeah, really good, especially with those conversions. So Quentin Hadley, poshest name in the game, surely, and not a shabby troop either. Rather good. Garner Tarlin is the Gem Dragon on rotation this week. If you're missing a Garner Tarlin to finish your set of 6 Gem Dragons, then totally worth getting. If you're only missing one Gem Dragon and it's this one, I'd rather spend the extra Dragonite and have it guaranteed than get continuous duplicates. But hey, each to their own on that. You may just get lucky anyway, but hey, I wouldn't want to take the chance myself. And we have the Silken Queen. Eliminate 4 magic or drain 4 mana or steal magic +1 life from an enemy boosted by web gems. Not my favourite kind of troop there. I don't like these or ones. I'd rather know what's going to happen myself. Anyway, let us pick our mythic of the week. Virago. Defensive, not my favourite kind of thing, even though that barrier and enchant all allies is actually pretty good. When you barrier everybody at once, and you think of the damage you might receive from a troop like, you know, Stellarix, something like that, it can actually save you an awful lot of incoming damage. Medusa, fun but pretty specialist. Kalika, not brilliant either, but it is damage to all, and that elemental star thing, that rising star, is actually useful if you can have 2 or more of her in a team. And Hatire and Scroll. Again, decent troop, but requires a specialist team to make it work properly. So not the best bunch of mythics in the world, but on the basis of how I work this out, if 3 out of 4 of these mythics were going to be removed from the game, who would I keep as the one left behind? And it would probably be Kalika. She's not great, not by any stretch of the imagination, but does do damage to 4 random enemies, boosted by elemental stars, which can hit opponents which were ordinarily hard to hit. And Rising Star, like I say, with 2 or 3 of these can get mana really quickly with a little bit of luck. So Kalika, my mythic of the week. Now on to the world event, and first up the scoring system. There are 6 battles you can encounter during this event: Green Golem, Swamplash, Dark Forest Troll, Alderfather, Gloomleaf and Archdruid Blackwood. The event has 3 phases. Phase 1, the first 3 battles are the only ones available to play, and each have an equal chance of appearing. You will need to win 15 battles here to progress to Phase 2. The first 5 battles are the only available battles to play, and also have an equal chance of appearing. You will need to win a further 15 battles here to progress to Phase 3, where all 6 battles are now available. Alright, so let's take a look at the team. A really easy team for this is going to be something like Bork 3000, the Engineer's Drill, Tesla and Royal Engineer. Tesla is the key to this, dealing 8 true scatter damage boosted by all ally and enemy armour. So the higher our armour, the more damage we're going to do, so stick on Medals of Guard to increase that. And the more armour the enemy has got, so as the levels get harder, as the enemy stats increase, Tesla just gets more and more angry. Absolutely fantastic. So we can boost up her damage as well if we need to by having a troop like the Royal Engineer in here, which is really handy if you're a newer player. Giving magic +1 armour to all allies, summon a random mech, then create 3 bomb gems. If you need a further boost from a Tesla, you can cast that first. And remember, we can get the medal on this as well, which is going to increase the damage massively. So Tesla is going to be absolutely berserk for this. So we want to get her charged as quickly as possible. And we've got 2 mana generators here using opposite colours. This is why these 2 work so well together. All mechs start with 50% mana. And with that, we can get Bork, which destroys magic +1 gems, then creates 3 bomb gems, uses yellow and brown, and the engineer's drill explodes magic +1 brown gems, grants a random status effect to all mechs, which is the entire team, then summons a random mech. So very good for that, and again, using blue and green opposite colours to Bork means we've got a very good chance of getting charged super quickly. Casting them, that'll charge up Tesla, and she'll get the job done. So really cool in Mechanist class for this. Serendipity, give a random ally and a random status effect. Precision doesn't matter. Vanguard, gain a barrier at the start of battle, always useful to keep our armor high. Tactician, gain 3 magic at the start of battle. Mentor, all allies gain 1 magic. Tree of Knowledge is good, gain enchantment when matching green gems. We do that to charge up the weapon. And armor plating. So yeah, very, very cool indeed. Let's sort them medals out, because I noticed I think I had a Medal of Arnie one from a previous event. Don't want that, completely wasted. Doesn't stack. If you have that as well as a 50% start, you are completely wasting it. So let's go to Medals of a Guard. +8 armor, sorry, for all troops. But before we go into battle, make sure you've got the required tiers from the shop. Certainly tier 1 is super useful. We'll grab one of them, thank you very much. Potion of Enchantment is super useful for this kind of thing. Enchant on all allies at the start of battle for this event only. Dragon tokens you're going to get from this as well. You're going to boost up your damage. Potion of Explosion gives us a nice quick start of the wave. Get to evolve the badge. There we go. It's now a dragon badge. And I'm going to buy tier 3 as well, because I do like to buy 3 tiers. Help out the guild on this sort of thing. And get more tokens as well. Get to evolve it. There we go, into a badge. Always collect your rewards straight away from this as well, because if your guild has started, this is a guild-based event, you can pick up some more rewards and even more tokens, which may evolve into the medal. Like that. Now we want to make sure we equip that to make sure we got the bonus damage. So let's go to our medal set. I'm going to put it in the middle because I like to be neat and tidy. Can't have it on the end, it just looks scruffy. We don't want that. And back into the event. Right, let's do a scrap then. So who we got? Swamp Lash is the best one out of these ones. A lot of green golems, which are a load of rubbish. Alright, so with that Potion of Explosion, 50% mana start and enchantment, I'd be surprised if we didn't get charged up pretty much straight away somewhere. There you go, Bork's up straight away, look. Bang. There's Tesla. See you later. Job done. This is going to be an easy one. Oh, who we got next? Dark Forest Troll is the best one out of this bunch of Hombrites here. I'll make this last low level one and we'll jump forward a little bit because these are going to be very, very straightforward battles. There we go. Borks beating the weapon to the punch again. That's charged up Tesla. Kaboosh! Them all out of there in one mighty great wallop. Right, I've jumped forward to where the different troops start appearing, so we'll pick on Gloomleaf because he's worth the most darkness. But yeah, still working really well, and as exactly what I would have expected. Is no reason to change from this team, I don't think. It's going to be just absolutely awesome. When you get the option of both Bork or the Engineer's Drill to cast, I'd generally recommend casting Bork if you're a high level player. So you can destroy more gems. If there's red and blue on the screen, this will charge up Tesla straight away. If you're a newer player and there's plenty of brown there, then definitely explode the Engineer's Drill, because you're going to get mana as well as benefit from those status effects. So let us cast Bork in this instance. There we go. Tesla's ready. Massive boost, 327, even though we accidentally killed one of the enemy. Poor them. So Older Father then, basically, on this one. Let's just do a couple more. It's very clear how this is going to work. It's going to be very straightforward. Just remember to apply those medals. And we've got the Engineer's Drill up now, so we'll cast that. Bork is ready. That's going to charge up pretty much everybody. If you need the damage boost, you can cast Royal Engineer. Increase Tesla's damage, but hey ho. No need. Right now. And Older Father it is. Right, let's make this the last one. This is a very, very straightforward world event, this one. Oh, we have a Valraven. Happy days. So we'll grab that for a Borky. The Arsbork. There we go. Straightforward as that. Kaboosh! Now onto the Underspire team. And this is why I've started mixing in Underspire with the weekly event, because in this case, as well as similar, you can run exactly the same team if you like. You can actually alter it around a bit if you like. Like if you wanted to swap out Royal Engineer for a second Tesla, or you can swap out a Bork for a second Tesla and move the weapon to the top. You could do that. That would work. But yeah, I'm just going to roll through this with exactly the same team, I think. When we cast Tesla once, with both of these charging mana and charging up each other, we'll basically get Tesla charged again very, very quickly. And still make everything happen nice and fast. So let's just do a couple of battles. Because this is the same team. So it's like, you know, kind of showing the same thing again, basically, is just what happened just a moment ago. So let's cast the Engineer's Drill. And let's do Borky next. Tesla's ready. This will be slightly slower than the World Event team, because you don't get that Potion of Enchantment, of course, from the event. Let's grab our free lantern from Mr. Chin. And we go along here and we'll take a little path upwards. So just get a Bork up, or the Engineer's Drill, cast them, and get ready to rock and roll with a Tesla. Right, we got a drown. Yes, thank you. Yeah, let's cast that. There you go. There's Tesla. If you need a damage boost, chuck on Royal Engineer. Get that cast, increase your damage. But apart from that, it's going to be rinse and repeat from the World Event team. Pretty much identical tactics, just ever so slightly slower, because we're not getting the Potion of Enchantment or the Potion of Explosion at the beginning of the game. But apart from that, very, very nice indeed. Right, let us, what we got? Might as well get a bit of blue for Engineer's Drill. Cast that. Oh, that's a bit unlucky on our Tesla. But yeah, it's super straightforward. Might as well leave it at that. No point showing extra battles when it's pretty much the same as we just did. But there's a video. If you enjoyed it, found it useful or helpful, it'd be really cool if you bash that like and subscribe button. It really does help. But most of all, thanks for watching. Catch you again in the next one. Bye for now.